What's up, everybody? It's your girl Ashley, and I'm here with the husband.
What up, y'all?
How you doing today, babe?
I'm alright, chilling.
Chilling like a villain on penicillin. They don't say that no more.
No. Where you get that from?
You ain't used to say that back in the day?
No, I never said that.
You weren't part of the cool kids.
No, I wasn't part of those kids.
Babe, stop. Be serious.
I am serious.
No, you used to say that.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you
never
did.
did.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But anyway, y'all, I hope you all are doing well. To all our listeners out there, this is a special episode for us. We've had a few questions that have been posed to us by our listeners. So today we're going to answer some of those questions for you. Give you all our opinion of the topic at hand. So this should be very interesting. You ready, babe?
I'm ready. Shout out to all the listeners.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody who has comments.
Yes.
Smart remarks.
All the above.
All the above. I mean, you guys matter. And your opinions matter. And I want everybody to know that, we are not the end all be all. We're just giving, our opinion.
That is correct. This is just our opinion. We are not certified relationship counselors. We're just telling you what we know based on past experience.
Right. So don't come to me telling me some, well,
it didn't work.
Y'all said, and I, so,
you asking for our opinions, or we giving it to you? All right.
Just be like, what R. Kelly say. Use your common sense.
Oh my gosh. I don't think he used his, but anyway.
He didn't say that.
I said I don't think he used his. He may have said that, but I don't think he used his. But that's a topic for a different day. Yeah. So let's get this party started. So let's start with the first question. So one of the questions that was posed, and this would be a perfect question for you to answer, babe, is why do some men choose the bottom basic woman instead of the goal-minded, career-driven woman? That's a good question. I want to know the answer to that. What you think?
Well, like the question said, some. Not all, some. So let's just be clear with that, ladies. Not all, some. But we got to look at the grand scheme of things, and the bottom one is the one who's not going. Let me be politically correct here.
Oh my goodness.
Who's not going to make us work hard?
So maybe we should define a bottom. Like, does everybody know what a bottom basic, what did the phrase say? A bottom basic woman?
Yeah, the bottom basic.
Let's start off with that. Like, what does that mean exactly?
Okay, so, some women who think that's, a bottom basic, or men who think that's a bottom basic, is the one who, not goal driven. They may be goal driven, but they appear not to be. They're comfortable at working at, McDowell's or
not McDowell's, child. Who's coming to America?
Sears, or she might be the hood trap queen. So she's the one that just gutter. Okay. And then the goal driven look at like, she should do better for herself and this, that, and, maybe kind of look down upon,
So we talking about hood brats? Is that what we talking about?
We could be talking about, some of them they're included. Okay. But a couple episodes I said that men, we only want a few things. To be fed. And to give the draws. And that's it. Very few. And shut the hell up. That's, just want y'all to shut the hell up.
With some respect on top of it.
Yeah, some, y'all want the respect, but, we just be like, shut the hell up. Be quiet. Very simple. And so, the bottom, they gon' give them that booty a little bit more quicker than the goal driven, because the goal driven can be a little busy and I ain't with that. And,
so the bottom is pretty much someone who is easily accessible.
Yeah.
And someone that the man does not have to work hard for.
Not necessarily, yeah. She might give you a headache. It has its pros and cons. She might give you a headache. Mm-hmm. But it's the type of headache though.
So help me to understand. Like I know that you just said that the bottom is easily accessible, but to me that doesn't seem like wifey material.
We didn't say it was wifey material.
So why would you waste your time with the bottom, knowing that it's not going anywhere? That she is just there for the heck of it, for the sake of it. At this point,
might not be looking for the wife.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Might not be looking for the guy. Might not be looking for the wife. You can be fine as all gonna get out. Mm-hmm. But you the goal driven, but you got this fine as all get out, but she's a bottom. I'm going to the bottom. Look, I just...
But I do think that some guys get caught up with the bottom. Like they get caught in situations where the bottom then becomes baby mama because you're so busy doing all this stuff. And now you stuck with somebody who you don't really consider, or you did not plan on this person being a part of your life forever. Now they are. So from a woman's perspective, I feel like when men mess with bottoms, I don't feel like you all will put in enough effort when it comes to this goal-driven woman who is really the one that you all say that you desire, but you still go for the bottom. So when it comes to, time when you meet this goal-driven woman, and it's like, well, all your little antics aren't working because you used to deal with bottoms. And when women ask you like, no, I deserve more, I deserve better, then you say her standards are too high. So like, wait. Why don't you all just put in the extra work? Like, why?
You might not want to because there's so many that's going to let us have it easy.
But then you have a woman that has less caliber, like who's just...
Well, then that's the decision that
like
that we done made.
I don't understand how men think. I mean, on one hand, like, oh, I want this. I want a wife. I want someone who's godly. I want someone who prays. I want someone who's smart, who is career driven, who has her own. Then I got all this stuff. And then you go for Shaquita.
It sound good.
At the corner store.
It sound good.
Just because Shaquita ain't got nothing going for her stuff and got all the time in the world and is available whenever you want her to be available.
It sound good. But I mean, you gotta look at another aspect as, a lot of times it get complacent, comfortable.
Yeah.
This bottom chick, she might not, push me or make me drive to do anything. She just satisfies me for that moment. And I just like the convenience. And so that's how it happens. You see, with the career driven, the goal minded, they're not always accessible. They're not always available.
Because we busy making money moves because y'all sitting here dealing with Shaquita.
Yeah. And so until, that particular man, he's ready to step up the plate and go through the whole Steve Harvey ordeal, then that's when he'll meet his Mrs. Right that he wants.
But what are the goal-driven women supposed to do in the meantime? Like, they have accomplished all this and they're waiting for Mr. Right, and Mr. Right is still playing in the gutter. Like, I mean, what is your advice to them? Like, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, what's your advice to them?
If he's playing in the gutter, he's not your Mr. Right.
That is true.
But
it seems like it's a lot of men just in the gutter because it's easy.
Because, again, like you said, it still go both ways. You said because it's easy. Who's allowed to be easy?
The gutter woman.
Okay, then.
But that makes it harder for the woman with standards.
I understand that.
That's not fair to us.
A lot.
It's not. And that's a complaint amongst especially professional women is they have, by everything on paper, they should be desirable. Mm-hmm. They are the epitome of what a lot of men want. But yet the men see her, they either play with her emotions, or they don't want to put in the effort. They say they want her, but they don't want to put in the effort to get her. Mm-hmm. And then they try to belittle her and say, your standards are too high, mm-hmm. or you're too cocky, mm-hmm. or you don't know how to be led by a man, or it's just a whole bunch of excuses that men use to try to, but all that, in my opinion, tear down this woman who has done nothing but better herself with her education in her career field, has done well for herself, owns property, does all these things, and then here you come talking about your standards too high. What?
Well, I mean, all that what you just got through saying is something that's an insecure thing within the man.
Okay.
And so, he has to be confident in what he is able to do and whatever mm-hmm. he can bring to the table mm-hmm. to lead. When he's afraid a woman's going to do all X, Y, and Z that you explained, I mean, he's not confident. Mm-hmm. He's worried.
Okay.
It should be, and which is not, but it should be, a lot of men should teach other men how to lead. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we're looking, and which is not, our fault. There's a lot of single mothers, mm-hmm. and, ladies who are single mothers out there, don't throw stones at me. But a single mother or a mother, period, cannot teach a man how to be a man.
That is true.
She can tell him how to be a gentleman, mm-hmm. but she cannot teach him how to be a man because she doesn't know how to be a man. She's not a man.
Right.
So it has to take other men, mm-hmm. strong men, to teach another man how to be a man. Mm-hmm. And for the ones who have, their fathers in their lives, mm-hmm. Your father can give you, I would say your father can give you all his knowledge, mm-hmm. but also you can also take heed from another man that is strong in leadership and take his perspective, put all this in a bowl, stir it up. Turn it sideways and take heed of that. Mm-hmm. Because what our parents used to say, it take a village. Mm-hmm. It takes a village to make a man and a woman. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of that missing with today in our age group and younger. There's a lot of single parents out here, and a lot of it, we don't have our fathers because they're either getting shot, going to jail, on the street, abandonment. Mm-hmm. So, I would encourage a single mother, if you have a son, to find some type of father figure, uncle, coach, pastor, friend, or whatnot, to try to give him some kind of guidance. And that's all they looking for is guidance. Because you can tell when you walking, everyday life, you can tell who doesn't have the structure or the guidance mm-hmm. by their behavior. Mm-hmm. So mm-hmm. that goes back to what I was saying about being confident. Mm-hmm. A strong man and a man that's ready to lead is not worried about if she has more money, mm-hmm. how much property she has, mm-hmm. what kind of car she drives. Mm-hmm. He's not worried about that.
Okay. So what I hear you say is that part of the problem is that, our men have not been or have not had a role model to really teach them how to be a man and how to deal with certain aspects, especially in situations of relationships. Mm-hmm. The other part of it is what we are considering the bottom basic women. We have allowed, or I'll just say women in general, some of us have allowed men or cut men too much slack when it comes to how they pursue us. Mm-hmm. I really feel like in this day and age that a lot of women have a mentality where, like I said before, a piece of a man is better than no man at all. And that's just not so. So ladies, it is okay to have standards. It is okay to have morals. It is okay to say no. No is a complete sentence. It's okay to know your worth, to recognize your worth, and not sell yourself short. And stop allowing these men to just come in and go as they please. And men, step it up. Stop being so easy going, looking for the easy route. Anything that is good won't come easy. That's all I'm going to say.
I'm not done. But at the same time, my fellas, that have their ish together, stop looking, don't always fall for the woman that's looking for the sponsor.
Yes, come on now. Yes, you, listen.
The one that's, that's looking to always get their hair and nails done. And
come on.
Your car note and.
Take us to church now.
Take care of them.
Yes.
Stop doing it.
I agree.
Because that's messing the game up.
I agree.
Messing it up. And then
that's the save-a-hole mentality. That's what I call a save-a-hole mentality. I actually know someone, a guy like that. And he specifically dated women who stayed in a certain community who made a certain amount of money because he wanted to feel like he has done something for this person and that he has literally raised her up from the gutter and put her on a certain platform. And that never worked out for him because the woman would just take advantage of him. Like we talked about previously, just take advantage of him. And then he'd be left like, I did all this for you. Like, no, first of all, that's what you get. Right. Because you not have no business. You sit here trying to be Captain Save-A-Hoe and look at you. Right. You still don't have a woman today. Right.
So with that being said, fellas, we have to hold the women the same standards that they want us to hold against them. It goes the same way.
No, I definitely agree. I don't think there's enough conversations about women upholding certain standards or as we expect from our men. I think everything, especially in our society, is geared around men. The man needs to do this, and I can just do whatever the heck I want. It doesn't matter. But he needs to have this, and this. I don't think that's right. That's just me. Because from my perspective, if I require certain things of my man, if I require him to have a degree and have a job and to be living a certain type of lifestyle, I cannot be living anything less than I require. One of my mottos is I'll never ask someone to do for me what I'm not willing to do for them. So if I'm requiring you to have a degree, then God dog it, I better have a degree too. If I'm requiring you to be able to sustain a household, I should be able to do that too. That's just, to me, I think that's fair to have those things for the same standards that women have for men. I think men should have standards too. I think that's absolutely fair, but I don't think that gets enough discussion.
Right. So everybody needs to find out, what, and that should be a conversation that you said, what are your standards? What are your do's and your don'ts?
Yes. Philmore and I had this conversation while we were dating a couple times.
What's your do's and your don'ts?
Mm-hmm. And you have to accept that, like if somebody says either way, what they do or what they will not accept, you have to accept it. Like if I say I'm not dealing with cheating, that's just what it is. If you feel like you got to go out and you need more than one woman, then baby, I'm not the one for you, and that's fine. Thank you for telling me up front. That's cool. Thank you for not wasting my time. So be accepting of what those standards are. Don't try to change the person. They say this what they want, and that's it. Don't go in thinking, oh, I know I don't meet this, but hey, let's just see where it goes.
Right. So just find somebody that you can be evenly yoked.
Yes, come on, evenly yoked.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen.
Yes, take us to church.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What's the next question?
All right. The next question is, why do black women feel disrespected when they see a black man with another woman outside of his race?
Oh, y'all want to get deep.
Yeah, I just had to make sure I didn't go to no Pacific. I just made it was a general question.
All right, so let me say this.
Because I mean, before you even go there, because we're taught to, not look at color, and we're taught not to, disrespect anybody, to love everybody, and just find somebody that, you know, makes you happy. So why is there a specific stigma with black women, African American women of color? Why is there feel like a slap in the face when you see a brother with another one?
So there are several factors to this. So let me first start by saying, you know, we've had several campaigns, especially over the years, the whole Black Lives Matters and all that type of thing. I personally feel like the black family is in dire distress. We are missing, if you will. And I feel like, yes, we should love everybody. I totally agree with that. Yeah, no, we should not see color. But when we're living in a society that's so racially driven, it's hard sometimes not to let that affect you. Okay, I'm going to put that out there. The real issue is, I feel like black women have a bad reputation. We have a reputation of having bad attitudes, of being stuck up, of not being supportive of our men, of being judgmental. We just have all these negative things associated with us. And for some, not all, but some black men have, I don't want to say hatred, but they strongly dislike their own black woman. That's one of the problems. So when we as women see, not only, like I said, the black family is in dire distress because our families are broken. Some of our men are in jail. Some are on drugs. Some are here. Some are there. And when we see, especially those African American men who are with women of other races, I think that doesn't bother me as much. But what really does bother me is if they're with another race and then they bash us. It's like, well, what do we do to you that you think somebody with fairer skin is better than me? I think that's where the real issue is, because now some will feel that you think she's better than me because her hair is straighter, she has fairer skin and blonde hair. That's not the case, because you don't have the maturity or the touchy subject, or are willing to deal with me. You classify black women as difficult, and the one you with, she's not difficult. You want to fight about everything. She doesn't. You want to do this. She doesn't. So you see what I'm saying? It's like a comparison. And it seems like you're trying to put this person on a pedestal like they are above us, when you yourself came from a black woman. So it's just like, it's a frustrating thing, because a lot of people are pro black love. That does not mean they're racist. And I'm tired of people saying that, oh, you're pro black. That's not what that means. Pro black is just that. It's a preference. That's all it is. If I prefer pizza over a salad, that don't mean I don't like salad. That means I'm pro pizza. That's what that means. So a lot of people are pro black love. Some people just like to see black love thrive. And that's okay. But I think the real issue is that when these men get with people of another race, whatever the race is, and then bash us, I think that's what the real issue is, is that you bash us in the process and try to say that this person you with is better simply because of their skin. And then you like categorize all black women into one box that we're all angry. We're all this, we're all that, we're all that, we are. And that's just not the case. And I think that further perpetuates society's idea of the black woman, where they don't really embrace us as they should. Mm-hmm. And it's sad that some of those ideas come from my own community, and especially our black men. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so let's rewind it a little bit.
Sure.
So you say you think it's you said it's a maturity thing. Is that correct? Is that what you're saying? So you think that he's not mature to handle you, instead of this is just what he wants.
And he might just want that. Like I said, love is love. But again, my main issue, what bothers me, if I see that you with somebody else, all right, I mean, that's who you want. That's who you want. But my issue really comes in when you're with them and then you bash people who look like me.
Okay, so let's talk about the one let's talk about the brother you just saw going to Target with his white wife, or Persian or Indian, or, you know, and then you get the, he ain't said 2 words to you. So why is that though?
Another reason might be, first of all, there's a shortage of good black men. So if you have a woman who doesn't want to marry outside her race, again, this is a preference thing. And like I said, we either have, most of our men are in jail on drugs or doing something they ain't got no business doing. So when we see one who looks like, he might be one of the few that are good. So it's like, oh, okay. And then it was like, oh. So we already have a shortage, just based on other things. And then for the one who does desire to be with the African-American man, and then he's with someone else, is like, well, that's just one less for me. So some women have that idea too. It's a shortage, and then the few that are left are not even interested in us. So it could be definitely frustrating. It's like, if our own is not interested, and we desire to have that pro-black love, I mean, then what are we supposed to do?
Right. Okay. And so another thing that you mentioned was the community-based, you know, and I would say there should be something that we should, as black people, try to change, because the number one thing, and this is just my personal opinion, the number one thing that hurts black women right now is reality TV.
I absolutely agree.
That is the number one thing that hurts the black woman right now. And, you know, for you to say that we shouldn't be looked at as, you know, angry or difficult and, you know, belligerent and everything. But all we see is on TV amongst yourselves, not with the men, amongst yourselves. Because, you know, 20% of the time you see a black man, but he's only there for 5 minutes. Y'all can't get along. So it's kind of like, y'all should help change the narrative if you want us as black men to look at you different, because all we see on TV is, like, I joke, but I'm so serious. You know, that's what makes me just not like it at all, because, I mean, you get all these intelligent women of power and, you know, just like we got through saying the last subject, goal driven, but y'all still acting a fool.
I definitely think reality TV definitely plays into the stereotypes that we have against our black women. I agree that is definitely hurting us, but I don't want to make that the sole reason, because at the end of the day, everybody, and this is a true statement, you can disagree, whatever, but this is definitely a true statement. Everybody has their own prejudice against another group of people. That's just fact. Whether you acknowledge them or not as prejudices or not, that's just what it is. Everybody, and that's based off of personal experiences. That's based off, as you just said, TV, society, what someone done told you that you have really taken to heart. And part of that is just breaking down those walls, and really getting to know people for who they are. At the end of the day, all people are not bad. At the end of the day, all people are not racist. With anything, there's good and bad in every group. No matter what your ethnicity is, it doesn't matter what your race is. There's good and bad in every group. Period. So I think we really, for one, need to stop grouping everybody together as one general race and just say, this group of people, all bad. Stay away from all of them. Because that's not the case.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a lot of society things. It's, you know, shortage of black men. It's all they kind of bottled into one. And the thing about us Black women is that we are really the backbone of this country. We're the ones that help build this country. And we catch the most crap than anybody. We have to be twice as good, go half as far. We're in corporate jobs. And then we still have to, quote unquote, dumb ourselves down just to make us palatable to other groups of people. Because if I'm speaking truth, then I'm considered to be angry. If I say it in a whisper, it doesn't matter. I'm still yelling. Or I'm disrespectful, or I'm this, or I'm that. So the way people view us is, we're fighting against that. I don't want to have to sit here and then fight against my own Black man too. Like, I'm already fighting the world. Like, fight with me. Don't fight against me.
Right.
So.
Okay. And I would want to sit there and say that a young lady had a additional side note.
Okay.
To it, and she made the comment that, her son should want to, or she's gonna, put in his head that, hey, you need to be with a Black woman, and then she brought up the fact that, our ancestors, the things that we had to go through, Yeah. Mm-hmm. She makes valid points. So I guess my question would be is, as we go on toward the future, with the next 3 or 4 generations, is that they're going to be the standard of teaching our children, hey, your ancestors had to go through this, so this is why you should be with a Black woman, instead of just them having an open mind and just choosing who they want to be with.
I never think you should. I'm not a parent, so I can only speak lightly. This is just my thoughts. So I definitely don't think you should push your thoughts or your feelings onto your children. Mm-hmm. I completely understand where she's coming from. That's definitely her desire, and that's her right to desire that for her child. At the end of the day, I would think that when I do become a parent, that my goal would strictly be to teach them to love everybody. I don't want my child to grow up with hatred in their heart towards anybody. I don't care what your skin color looks like. That's just fact. Because at the end of the day, I want them to be a good human being. And I want them to be with someone who will bring out the best in them and help them fulfill whatever it is they was put on earth to fulfill. Now, if that person is green, purple, blue, or gray, that's like Barney. I'm fine with that. Even though, yes, I would have a preference for my child. I would. But at the end of the day, that's not my life. Mm-hmm. My job while you're here on earth is to teach you right from wrong. It's to teach you how to treat people and to be a good person. And if I hadn't do that, my job is done. So I want them to be able to see the good in all people.
Okay.
So.
Okay. That was good. So what's the next question we have?
Hey, let me see your tongue. Oh, sorry.
Where did that come from?
You remember that song? I'm sorry, I got distracted. Let me see.
Children might be listening to this.
They shouldn't be.
They might.
They shouldn't, child. Okay, so our next question is, why do some men thirst check women? What does thirst check mean? What's that mean?
The thirst check?
Yeah, what's that?
The thirst check it's part of the game. When I'll give you an example. Okay. Let's say we in the club, I'm with my boys, you with your girls, mm-hmm. and I see you across the room and we make eye contact. Uh-huh. Then, I'm stop looking at you, and then again we make eye contact again. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying to see what you're gonna do.
Okay.
And then if you make a move without me doing it, I just stared at you a couple times. Then I got you.
Oh, is that what a thirst check is?
Yeah, that's what a thirst check is.
Okay, so why do men do it?
just to see where you at. It's just
y'all
a
play
check.
too many games.
It's just a check.
Y'all play too many games. This is the problem. Y'all play too many games.
It's just to check where you at.
So this goes back to see how easy you are now. Is this what this does?
Yeah.
Y'all play too many games.
It's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's part of the game.
Love is not a game.
It's part of the game. You know, it's just the thing. It's just some of the things we do, just to see how far you're going to go. So it's just little subtle things, and then because it's like fishing, or it's like catching the bus.
Not catching the bus.
Yeah,
like catching.
It's like catching the bus. Miss one, next one coming.
Gotcha. Okay, on to the next. Jeez. Do you find that a lot of women are more, I guess, thirsty in this day and age than they have been prior?
From when we was growing up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. No disrespect, but yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's because everybody's dumb themselves now. You know, it's yes, they've dumbed themselves now. So it's more easy to impress. Quotation, I'm using air quote. To impress.
So are dudes as thirsty as they have been in the past? Because I remember when I was younger, dudes were extra thirsty. I mean, they was just like, good gracious, like, bro, chill out. So I feel like maybe since the women are increasing, maybe are that men decreasing since women are more aggressive now?
Yes.
Wow.
Women are more aggressive now.
So it's almost like, well, I know men are supposed to pursue women, but it's almost like that's kind of not happening because women are just so, I guess, blunt and forward these days. Mm-hmm. Is that why more women are proposing to men? Do you think that's crazy? Let me ask you that. 'Cause I think that's crazy.
I don't want a woman to propose
I've been
to me.
seeing so many things on Instagram and women then spelling out with the flowers, will you marry me? And I just think that's crazy. Do you?
Yeah. Don't propose to me.
I wouldn't want to. Like, I really wouldn't want to. I don't really know where their mindset is. I guess everyone's on this equal, we all equal type. I don't know. I don't know.
If I had gotten proposed by a woman, I'll be scared.
Why would you be scared?
Because I'm like, oh crap, this is on some borderline. Like, babe, you might need some little help. Like,
Lord, you think the lady gonna be crazy?
Looney Tune a little bit. Like, oh, she is like, if I ever slip up or something like that, she might be ready where the knife at with a gun, because she is. You know, it's you had to be really desperate. And in my opinion, to propose
to do that.
Yeah, like, you just can't wait no more. Like, you want me for real. Like,
do you think that emasculates a man though? Like, if a woman proposed to him, is that like emasculating?
It may. I wouldn't feel emasculated. I'd just be, like I said, like a little,
just like scared, like
me. Hold on, let me. It might more than likely it's gonna run me off. More likely.
And so another thing I saw on Instagram too, this was a while ago though, but I'm sure everyone or most people have seen the video where the girl had a surprise for her boyfriend and took him to the hotel room when she had shoes on top of shoes and cash money laid out. And I think it was a couple of outfits. I don't know. The girl went all out. Would you consider that like a real thirsty chick? I know they were dating, but I mean, what's your opinion on that? I personally think that's too much, especially for a dating type of situation.
Granted, that, yes, what I saw the video, yes, that was way too much.
I thought so too.
But we don't know what type of relationship they have.
I do not. That is true. I don't. But I thought
what
it was a lie.
he did. We don't know what he's done.
He
could have been one of them types to just, just go hard, and she would just like, man, my man been doing this. I'm finna do this. I'm finna do that. This, that, and this, and the other. So you never know, but from just looking at it, yeah, it was too much. But I know that some men, when it comes to, you know, some men doesn't want their woman to just go overboard with it. You know, because I know y'all are emotional.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, depending on how they feeling about you, they don't want you just to go, you know, overboard with it, and then it's going to be like a red flag. Like, oh dang, I'm not expecting it.
Got you. Okay. I don't know. You're right. We don't know this situation, but just looking off the video that was posted, I was like, wow, that's a lot.
It was.
And I would have never done that for a guy that I was just simply dating. Like, to me, all of that was definitely husband type. Like, we've been married good 5+ years. And I'm just like, babe, you know what? Boom, here you go. I couldn't see that without that whole marriage commitment. That was a lot. But that just popped in my mind. I was wondering if that was just considered a thirsty type move or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, we thirst check.
Okay.
We thirst check. That's the.
So women stop being so thirsty, and men step your game up.
And it might not. Hey, they might not be thirsty. I mean, the women, but you know, it's just to see. You know, just to check. See what you gonna do. Kind of like a.
I'm sitting here trying to think if I'm just trying to recall like earlier years. I don't think I wasn't really a club person anyway, but when I did go, I don't think I was really looking at nobody for real.
You're another breed, so.
I am another breed. I'm different, so I'm taking myself out of the equation. I was one of those that got annoyed. Don't come up behind me and dance with me. I don't know you.
You know, because I mean, another you know, thirst check could be, you know, a gesture.
What kind? Like a wink?
No, not necessarily a wink. Like we did something for you. You know, did something that might be, you know, simple, but it was, you know, just to see, you know, you didn't ask. We did it anyway. And then
so pretty much to see how we respond to that. See if it's just a simple thank you or, oh my gosh, you did that. Yeah, child.
Yeah.
I was definitely one if you did something. Oh, thank you. That was nice, and keep it moving. That's all you getting. Ain't no extra big.
Right. That's why I said chivalry's dead.
It is. I think it needs to be revived.
I feel like you are ungrateful.
I mean, I said thank you. I don't know what else you want. Thank you. Thank you again. Like, what else do you want? Yeah, I'm a different breed. I didn't buy into all these games because we've already determined men like to play games. And I opted out of the gameplay. I opt out. Okay. So what's the next question?
The next question is, why do women hate being asked? I'm using air quotes here. Why are you single?
Why do women hate being asked? Why are they single? Because we don't know the answer ourselves. That's why. We do not know the answer ourselves. We are sitting. Let me tell you something. Of all the women I know, especially close friends of mine, who are, again, these are the goal-driven women. Got their stuff together, career, all that. And, I mean, they don't know the answer themselves. I don't know either. Because on paper, again, prime candidate. Where's Mr. Right? I don't know. And another reason we don't like being asked that is because it's asked so much. Now it's irritating. I don't know. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Tell me why I'm single.
Why y'all just be like, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Because you don't know. Because by all standards, I am the bomb.com and I don't understand why I'm single myself. I cook, I clean, I got a job, I got a car. I'm handling business at the house. I'm doing this. I got my own money. I ain't asking you for nothing. I don't know why I'm still single. Ain't got a clue. Can you help me out? Real talk.
Just walking around with a I don't know shirt on. I don't know.
I have no clue. I don't know.
Hey, baby, so why you sing? I don't know. Just say that. I would have loved that. Don't spaz out on me because I don't know about you. I'm just asking you a simple question.
The other answer is like I'm waiting on Mr. Right, or what was the other one?
Now that's the one we don't like to hear. I'm waiting on Mr. Right.
Why don't you like to hear that? But I mean, if I'm really waiting on Mr. Right, that's what I'm doing.
It's the typical answer, but it's like you said you got all this going on because we look at it as a eyebrow raiser, like a head scratcher, like something wrong with you. Like
why is something wrong? Why something gotta be wrong?
Because we look at it as you painted this picture like I got it going on.
Okay,
you should want to be with me.
And you should.
But you around here ain't nobody with you, so what's going on?
So why is it automatically an assumption that it's a negative thing? Again, this goes back to standards. If I have all of this, I have certain standards. So I'm not talking to any Tom, Dick, and Harry. And if you don't make the cut, sir, you do not make the cut. So I would rather stay single than deal with foolishness. Guarantee I can do bad by myself. I don't need somebody else to bring bad for me. I can do that all by my lonesome, sir.
We know they made a movie of that. But to be quite frank with you, I mean, it's just the way society's made it. You know. We're supposed to be with Mrs. Right, the one who got her shit together and all that. So it's like.
But see, this goes back to the first question: when men are choosing the bottom exit because they're just not willing to put in the effort that is required to get the woman that they claim that they want. Mm-hmm. They claim they want it, but they don't want to put in work and get it. That's like somebody saying they want an A in their class, but they don't study. I don't understand that.
Well, you have the ones who got an A in class that they don't study too, so.
Well, yeah, that was me, but that doesn't work in relationships. Relationships, you have to study your partner. You have to. When you're dating, and especially when you're married, you have to know your partner. You do. That's just reality. You're one of the things in your relationship is to study your partner. So, I mean, I don't know, child. That's what I don't know. I don't know why they single. They don't know why they single.
I wish we had a single person.
We should
to ask them.
We're gonna interview somebody. We're gonna bring somebody on.
I wish it was.
I got the perfect person. I'm gonna text them and see when they're available.
To ask them.
Yes, I want to know because, I know when I was single before I married you, that was my answer. Child. I don't know. Because I'm amazing. If I got to toot my own, beat, toot. I'm amazing.
I'm amazing.
I'm the bomb.com. So, I mean, I cook, I clean, I'm wonderful, got an education, good job. Holding down the household and everything by myself before we even decided to pursue a relationship. Like, so, and had my own business on the side. I was bomb.com. So, I did not have a clue while I was single. So in my mind, I had already prepared. Like, listen, I ain't got time. These men out here playing. I'm finna adopt me a child and buy me a big house and be done with it. I'm done. I ain't got time for this.
Angelina Jolie. Real talk. Like, I got asked that once.
And what was your answer?
What was my answer?
Yeah.
And mine was pretty much like, I just told him, like, look, I'm just out here playing the field till Miss Right come along. So
you was out there playing. Some women ain't even out there playing. We ain't have time for these games. We get to a certain level. I'm telling you, what I say at the beginning, y'all play too many games. Y'all play too many games. And then y'all get caught up. And then when Miss Right come along, you got all this baggage. Which could possibly deter her.
Possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
So y'all just need to get serious. Stop playing these games. Pass the
word.
You
know what?
Send out a newsletter to the men.
Everybody needs to get serious.
Well, I'm serious. Are you? You better be serious. Let me see that ring. That ring was real serious. That is custom made, honey. That's real serious. Get yourself together.
I do not know where that came from. Y'all. Ooh.
What is you doing on this phone? You know your wife is a character. Stop acting like that.
Man,
stop acting like that.
You went in right there.
You already know what you was getting into when you said I do.
Somebody give her an Oscar.
I need one.
Man, you know.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
Get you an Oscar, a Golden Globe.
I need something. Chad. Was that the last question we had?
That was the last question.
Okay, cool.
I think these were some good questions, and I appreciate everybody who helped out and who commented, and hope we gave you guys a little outlook. It might not be what you wanted to hear, but
definitely our thoughts.
Yep, only our thoughts. So please don't come to me talking about you just don't understand, and I don't want to hear that
at all.
I will listen to you, but I don't want to hear.
Well, good show again. Like he said, thank you all for the questions. We love when our listeners engage with us. We absolutely love.
So keep coming with the questions.
Definitely keep coming with those questions. Be sure to follow us on all our social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Our Journey of Love podcast. You can listen to us on Podbean and iTunes.
We're on YouTube now.
We are on YouTube. We are up there. Still getting that together, but we do have a channel. We're on iTunes. I guess it's really technically called Apple Podcasts, whatever. We on Apple, y'all. Just look for us on Apple.
Yeah, we on Apple.
We are in the process. We will soon be on Google Play. So hopefully within the next week or so, we should have that set up for all of our listeners. So be sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Leave reviews. All these platforms that we name have a little comment section that you can just leave reviews of what you think about the podcast. If you have any questions that you want us to address on the show, just give us a shout out. We love to see little stuff like that.
Yes, leave your comments in the comment section. Thank you.
Not on our personal Instagram page.
Right. Now don't. You
know who you are. I ain't gonna call you out though.
I should. I really should.
I'm gonna have Phil text you just to make sure you listen to this episode, because this shout out's for you. You know who you are.
He gonna be like, really? Oh, I just put half of it out. It's a guy. Yes, it's a guy.
But yes, thank you all for listening. We'll be back again with another episode. In the meantime, remember, love is patient, love is kind. Peace.
Holla.